again, everyone, we again are going to continue to study the Word of the Lord to learn of His character and how He's dealing with us. So we've learned about, we said goodbye to Abraham already. We learned about his faithfulness and God's faithfulness to him. Even though at times he forgot about God, how strong and how reliable our God is. Sometimes he relied on his own, but still God is faithful to him. So we learned about how the life of Ishmael, how God blessed him. And now we move on to Isaac, how God blessed him too, because he was chosen, of course. We know that he was the one that is promised to Abraham. So we move on, and then we learned about praying, and then asking from God what we need, and then God granting our needs and our wants, if it's according to the Lord, if it's not dangerous for us to have it. The Lord will grant it, not only our needs but also our wants, as long as it's going to be a blessing and not a curse. Then we move on to Genesis, and then Rachel was Rebecca conceived because of Isaac. Now we move on. Genesis 25, 22 till 23. It says here, so after Rebecca conceived, but the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If all is well, why am I like this?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb. Two peoples shall be separated from your body. One people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger." So this is a prophecy directly coming from God. I find it so sweet from the Lord, because remember, the Lord has been dealing mostly with the patriarchs, with the fathers, but He also dealt with Sarah. Remember when she left, and then the Lord recognized her, not only Abraham, but it also shows that God has been listening to all of us, listening not only to the fathers, but to the mothers and to the children too. So it says here, and the Lord said to her, and the Lord said to her, and then the Lord answered her. So the Lord shows here that if we inquire of Him, if we really went to Him, to His presence, and inquire of Him and seek for Him, He will never, ever, ever leave us alone or leave us clueless. He might like not answer right away. He might say wait, or He might show us that we need to be patient. He delays. I mean, He does not delay, but He gives time. He has His timing. God is always on time. He answers on time, and it just shows that His answers are always on time, and then we just need to trust His timings. So in here, He answered Rebecca right away, because Rebecca inquired of Him. When was the last time we inquired of God? And when was the last time we heard His voice? Are we familiar of His voice? How are we going to be familiar with His voice? How are we going to hear His voice? Are we going to constantly be on social media? Are we how are we going to learn that it is Him who's talking? It is actually knowing God's voice. So Rebecca right away recognized His voice and know it is from God, and it's God who's talking to him. So hopefully we will have that same. I know that the Lord has been very eager to talk to us, but it's just us. We're always busy with work, with Facebook, with social media, with the cares of this world, and then we forget the voice of the Lord. So that is nice, because when Rebecca inquired, right away God answered. And let us inquire. Let us always seek. There are times that my daughter asked, she said, "Mom, I want to see the Lord. I want to feel Him. I want to." But she said, I want to see him in a dream, but she literally doesn't have a dream that night. What is God telling her? She has to seek more. She has to learn more of the Lord. She has to read the Bible so that she will know the voice of the Lord. So let us learn of Him so that we will not be confused. I need to learn of Him too. I need to learn more of the Bible. I need to continuously read the Bible. So let us learn of the Lord. And that's it for today. Goodbye. See you again.